Hello everyone, my name is Alicia Cubitt and this is going to be my video lesson on literary elements. My grade is going to be first grade and my teacher objective is going to be the teacher will teach the learners to ask and answer such questions as who, what, where, when, why, and how to demonstrate understanding of key details in a text. Whenever I started researching this more, I found a lot of material that called it the five W's and 1H. So a lot of times I refer to that in my lesson plans as I'm teaching the lesson. My review is going to be a short video that we watched about vowel teams. We covered that in the lesson before, so I'm going to give you a short clip of it.
In mean you hear the E, the A sits quietly, the second vowel you see but you don't say.
So that video just kind of gives a quick review of what we learned prior to. And some of the teacher questions that I have are what are some of the vowel teams that we learned about, which vowel says its name in the team, and what about silent E? We also learned about that in the same lesson. So my purpose is going to be to teach students the importance of identifying the literary elements in a story so that the reader can better understand the work and its content purpose. Yesterday we learned final E and common vowel team and then today we're going to learn how to answer questions such as who, what, when, where, why, and how to demonstrate understanding of key details in a text. And then tomorrow we will ask and answer questions about key details in a text. Moving on to my objective, it says the learner will be able to identify the 5 W's and 1 H in a narrative. For my motivation, it's my book that I chose. I actually chose one that my kids are really fond of themselves. It's Llama Llama and the Bully Goat. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. Llama Llama, busy day, writing, counting, pictures, clay. Roll a pancake, draw the sun, almost everyone has fun. Time for circle, time for song, time to clap and sing along. Kitty, rhino, sheep and calf, llama, Nellie, and giraffe all sing songs in their own way, moo and bellow, baa and bray. Forgot to show y'all. Llama Llama claps the beat, Gilroy Goat just points and bleats. Sheep goes baa and calf goes moo, Gilroy thinks that's silly too. Llama Llama likes to sing, Gilroy laughs at everything. Llama sings out just the same, Gilroy says a not nice name. Teacher has some things to say. Calling names is not okay. Being mean is not allowed. Teacher says to stop it now. Time for recess, go outside. Monkey bars and slippy slides. Nellie's dolly makes a road. Fuzzy Llama pulls a load. Kids climb up and kids climb down. Everybody runs around. Nellie's doll wants to dig. Fuzzy drives a great big rig. Gilroy stands in Fuzzy's way. Gilroy, do you want to play? Gilroy bleats and kicks the dirt. He gets sand on Llama's shirt. Gilroy throws some dirt at Nellie. Ha ha, Nuts are really smelly. Gilroy pushes, Fuzzy falls. Ha ha, llamas play with dolls. Gilroy snickers, laughs, and kicks. Gilroy tosses toys and sticks. Gilroy stomps on llama's coat. Gilroy is a
Bully goat.
bully goat. Gilroy, this is not okay. Stop it or we'll go away. Being bullied is no fun. Walk away and tell someone. Gilroy fusses, frowns, and pouts. Gilroy gets a long time out. Teacher says, let's try again. Gilroy, can you be a friend? No more kicking, no more names. Time to play a nicer game. End of recess, back inside. Gilroy sits by teacher's side. Everybody sings the song, and this time Gilroy sings along. Gilroy goat has fun with llama, but school is over. Here comes mama. Tomorrow has more games to try. See you then. Friends wave goodbye. And that is the end of the book. So then at that point, I move on, and it says, the teacher will then explain using the book. We can answer certain questions about the book. The teacher will review the elements of who, what, where, when, why, and how, and why they are important to identify in a narrative. I actually have an anchor chart that I would use to help explain these. It looks something like this with the question mark on it. That way we're moving through each question, and it's telling them, and we're going to answer each question based on the book that we just read. It says, who are the characters? What is happening? When is the story taking place? Where is the story taking place? Why is it happening? And how do you know? So that answers all of our questions for the story that we've just went over on our anchor chart. And then we're going to move into procedures. So my behavioral objective is the learner will be able to ask and answer the 5 W's 1H question with 85% accuracy. And I put analyze as my blooms. So for the first procedure, it says the teacher will be helping students to create a graphic organizer where they will answer the questions of who, what, where, when, why, and how to demonstrate understanding of key details in a text that was read. So I have a graphic organizer that looks like this. It says 5 W's and 1H. And so we would go through and actually write in everything that we've just went through for the story so that they would have this as an example to use. The teacher will model how to complete the activity by using the smartboard to answer the first 2 questions with the class. So together we would answer the who of the story on our graphic organizer. So who is the story about and who are the main characters? What happened in the story? What are the main events that took place? So after we complete our graphic organizer, we'd move into our next activity. It says the teacher will then instruct the students to answer the last 3 questions on the sheet. Then they will review all of the answers together. The teacher will pair students with a partner for an anti-bullying activity. I know that this doesn't really go in with the literary element, but I feel like after we did the anchor chart, and did the graphic organizer, that it was important to bring out this key aspect of this book about bullying, because it is such a big topic in our school systems right now. So I just did this little quick activity. It says, I lost my place, sorry. The teacher will model how to complete the activity. The partners will take turns reading the statements on the buddy or bully worksheet. I have it here, and it looks like this. So it just has different statements on there. It says read each statement. If it describes a buddy, color in the happy face. If it describes a bully, color in the sad face. And I think that it's important for them to do this in pairs so that they're having the conversation between themselves about what is a good friend and what isn't a good friend, and what's okay and what's not acceptable. So that's why I put them in pairs to do this. It says the students will discuss with their partners if the statement is describing a buddy or a bully. If it is a buddy, they're going to color a happy face. If it is a bully, they'll color the sad face in on the worksheet. After the pairs have completed the worksheet, then we'll review the correct answers as a whole class. And for closure, I just put that the teacher will review back through the who, what, when, where, why, and how questions. We'll use our anchor chart for that again, and our graphic organizer that we made. Some of the questions that I put down on here for the teacher questions are who were the main characters, what happened in the story, when did the story take place, why did the problem happen, and how was the problem solved. And for homework, I have a sheet that looks like this. It's called Who, What, Where. And it just has like a little short story right here, and then the students would answer the who, what, and where about the story. So this would be for our homework sheets. For early finishers, I put students can read AR books quietly till everyone is ready to move on to the next activity, or add color to their graphic organizer. The graphic organizer had little things out beside it that could easily be colored in their spare time, just to make it more appealing for them. My accommodations for my special needs students is the student with a reading disability will be extended time and instruction for answering questions on the graphic organizer. The student will also be given additional instruction as needed by a paraprofessional. The student who is an English language learner will be given pictures as examples of each element, as well as additional time on graphic organizer and one-on-one time with paraprofessional if needed for added instruction. My remediation says students who require remediation on answering the 5 W's and 1 H questions based on reading will be placed in small group later in the day and complete short narrative reading and answering activities with paraprofessional as an additional instruction, as well as additional instruction by the teacher if needed. And then for enrichment, I put the students will complete the reading comprehension worksheets. I found this on Teacher Pay Teacher because I love that site and it helps me so much. These are different reading comprehensions, and they actually answer like the who, what, and how. Some of them have like color in, checkbox. Some of them are like write a sentence. There's all kinds of different enrichment activities that go along with answering those questions that I would use for enrichment for the students that needed it. Okay, and that's all I have for this lesson. Thank you.